Tularosa School Board to order. The time is 6 o'clock. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Mexico, the symbol of perfect friendship among the United cultures. Seated. All right, first we have a presentation from First and State for the debit card donation check.
Take our picture, please. Sorry, I'm like. I probably might have on my phone anyway, but. For you guys. So our school card brought in $900 this year. Woo-hoo. Yes, and I'm like, and I brought flyers for those of you that don't have your Tularosa school card, come get one. Hey, here, you need one?
Yeah.
All right. But will you guys take a picture with us so we can post it? Sure.
It looks so good. Maybe it's the big check.
Everybody loves me. Thank you. I don't know what it is about it.
I think we got one with everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Until next year.
Yes, thank you. All right, next we have public comment.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening, y'all. My name is Kendra King, and I am the director of the Tularosa K Linda program. And in case you haven't heard of the K Linda program, that is an extension of the New Mexico Breaking Bad Habits campaign. So if you've seen the Breaking Bad Habits commercials or advertisements around the state, I work for that program. And we have a branch of that program, which is called K Linda here in Tularosa. We received last year for 2025, $200,000 worth of funding. And we're working on 11 key points that really essentially amount to cleaning up our community. And we want to build a program for each community that works for this community. What works here in Tularosa might not work in Alamogordo or Ruidoso or anywhere else. And so with that building of that program here in the last year, which the K Linda program is funding capacity building, we did pick out some of the items out of the 11-point program, which was to deter littering in our community. We installed new trash cans. We put like 30 new trash cans all around the community. And then we have been supporting like the cleanups and some regular actions. But one of the things that I really hung close on was the student learning, because I really want to invoke those good habits, those breaking bad habits into our younger generations. And so, you know, for some of the communities, they might not have picked anything student or youth related, but for our community, I went heavy into the student and youth related because there's really not a whole lot to do around here. And I could say that with confidence because I grew up here. And so I did go to school here until I aged out here. And what happened was in the end of middle school, I moved to Ruidoso so that I could be in the band. And so I made a life in Ruidoso and I lived in Ruidoso for the last 20 years. I don't know, burnout, life happens, and suddenly you get called to your hometown. And so I live in Bent, and I was really aimed to work professionally in Tularosa here, and that was not an easy achievement. There's not just endless amounts of jobs. My 2 minutes is up. And so anyways, I really was wondering what I was going to say to y'all, but basically what I wanted to say to y'all was when I was a little girl, we did a recycling program. I just realized this today because that was 30 years ago. We all remember Toss No Moss. And so I did a Toss No Moss recycling event here in Tularosa. I was in like the 2nd grade and at the little school over here. And we made these little recycled, we did this, I remember it being a big deal. I tell y'all what, I've had this idea and I did not really put together these ties until this afternoon when I was thinking, what am I going to tell these guys in 2 minutes? And I realized I won that art contest. I won that recycled art contest when I was a little girl. Here I am, almost 40 years later, coming back and asking you guys to host a recycled art contest with the K Linda program. I do have funds available. For the second year, we got $125,000 worth of funds, and we're working on a couple of different projects that Casey advised me to get on the agenda with you guys so I could kind of have a little longer platform, and I was busy and I just, today, all of a sudden, it was today already. And so I did want to take the opportunity to get before you guys. I sent an email to Mrs. Montoya, kind of outlining my first project request with you guys. But now I want to come here and put a face to the name of the, behind the request, and then let you guys know that I had a couple of things up my sleeve and what that meant for the school district if we could combine some healthy working habits for that. So my first approach for this year straight off was that I wanted to maybe host a recycled art show for around in April. I can kind of sponsor that a little bit. I outlined that in the email that I wrote to you guys. And then further down the line, we actually bought a $50,000 glass recycling crushing machine. And we want to use the students maybe into next year to somehow gather that glass, process that glass, and then reuse it in our community. We'll be the only municipality in the state that's doing such a program. I really think it would be a great improvement and set a step forward for our kids to be something that they're proud of, that they can look back on in years. Like I happen to today that I made that. If I went digging in my basement, if I could have found it, I would have brought it for you guys, but it was there were these key earrings that I glued broken glass to. So imagine that. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys, but thank you for giving me just a little longer than the 2 minutes today, and I'll look forward to being in touch with you all later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She has a lot of cool stuff, yeah, that she wants to do. All right, superintendent report.
I don't have any really to update since last week when we met. On the superintendent's report, things are going well. Palms was here, following up on their initial audit, yesterday. Went around the building, so I'll be getting, feedback on, the progress that we're making on, some of the items that they pointed out. Trying to think, there's not really much else going on right now. In this immediate point in time.
Right, board communication, the other thing.
And if we haven't received anything for board communications.
No recognition of students and staff.
Not right now.
We don't. Do you want anything to do with what's going on?
I took them.
All right, we'll move on to business, consideration of agenda. I'll move to approve the agenda.
I will second.
There's been a motion and a second to consider the agenda. All those in favor say aye, those opposed, no. Aye. 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 Motion passes. Consideration of minutes.
I am recommending approval of the minutes for the January 15, 2026 regular meeting, as well as the January 20th, 2026 special board meeting with executive session. And the February 3rd, 2026 special board.
I will make a motion.
And I'll second. In the motion and the second. To approve the minutes, all those in favor say aye, those opposed, no. Aye.
Aye.
Consideration of check register for January 2026.
I'm recommending approval of the check register for January 2026. Mr. Beigler is here. Do you have any questions about the check register?
I have it on page 2, I think it was. I guess we're replacing all the AEDs in all the schools, is that correct?
Oh, yeah, that's that is the one.
Right?
Yep, I believe so. That's
That
what it
was
was.
the only question I had. That's right,
Yeah.
we have that a few months ago, right? Yeah, okay.
All those. It's the one.
Mr. Beigler also had an update. I don't know if you wanna.
I was gonna do it with my other stuff.
I don't have any more questions. I'll move. Sorry. I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Second, the check register for January 2026. All in favor say aye, those opposed, no. Aye.
Aye.
Alright, discussion and consideration of federal programs and internal control policies.
I'm recommending approval of the federal programs and internal control policy. We do have an on-site visit from PED for our federal programs. And this is part of our, what's the word, our, compliance, sorry, the
Yeah.
compliance piece that we needed for, to have included in our policy. So I'm recommending approval of the policy.
If you don't have any questions, Gilbert, I'll approve. I kind of read through it earlier.
Yeah, I don't
Pretty
think there's anything out
straightforward.
of the ordinary, all standard, so.
Well, I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
There's been a motion and a second to approve federal programs and internal control policy. All those in favor say aye, those opposed, no. Aye.
Aye.
All right, moving on. That was discussion. Oh, I was like, why did I say this?
Well, we were setting that to do a principal's report tonight.
I thought we were just sending them weekly.
Was that what you speaking? Okay.
All right, our board report in cafeteria. Mr. Rickles.
I understand last board meeting, you guys had a question about the late fees. What that was we don't pay gross receipts, but the way they have it set up, we still have to go in every month and file zero, and I'm working on getting that changed. I have to fill out some forms. This dated back to 2021, before I was here, that they missed some filings and then the late fees just sat there and accumulated. They wouldn't waive them, so I figured we need to get them paid and be done with that. And then I'm working on, so we shouldn't even have to file a gross receipts thing every month, but right now we're doing, I have to go in and put 000, submit.
You just have to notate the fact that we understand that there's, instead of having a blank spot, there's a zero.
Yeah, right, yeah, so, and that's what that was, meant years ago. For the bars. We had, mainly a lot of maintenance bars, again, that's just cleaning up some account lines, so we don't have any negative lines in there. Makes it easier to look at. We did have an increase in the transportation, 27178, that's for the two buses.
Okay.
That the two route buses we're getting. We got a new award, the near peer tutoring, so that's what that was for. I could believe it's high school students, right, tutoring?
Yes, that's for our Educators Rising program, part of their capstone or their work-based learning is to go into the schools and do tutoring at TIS, I believe they're at. Are they at TES as well, or just TIS and at middle school? So they're the intermediate school and at the middle school, I believe, providing tutoring and reading and math. And they were trained by the state, and this grant allows us to pay them an hourly wage to do that.
Right.
So,
And then the other increase was just our bond that we recently got. I had to go to bar and get that into our budget, the 1.5 million for the bond.
2023. Is that the 2023 bond?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was. For cafeteria, we just had an administrative review, which basically that's like an audit of our whole. From serving food to finances and everything. There were just a couple of very small things and we came out compliant, which is basically all you can do. So that turned out really well. I really didn't have anything else unless anyone has any questions for me.
No, nothing else. I was wondering about the bus thing, so that's it. Discussion of 2026 excellence and student achievement awards.
So it's that time of the year with the New Mexico's School Board Association to nominate a person within the district who has contributed to student engagement. One of the names that I would like to put forward is Adrian Salas, who does our embedded tutoring during the day, every day at TIS. She started doing that last year, and she pulls kids all day long, working with them on their reading skills. Doesn't miss.
I will tell you from experience, she has my son and she's done a wonderful job.
We're seeing great improvements in student proficiency in reading and stuff, and they're making gains. So that is a name that I would like to put forward. Don't know if you guys have any names that you would like to put forward, but this is for a discussion. The first award we get from the association at no cost, and then we can pay for which, however many additional.
What's the deadline on that one again?
March 6th.
Okay.
Maybe that's stuff in my head, but.
And I don't know if we need to approve that now, because I think the board meeting's after March
Yeah.
6th.
I think, yeah, I'm all for the songs.
It's just a discussion, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have any other names or anything that you would like to put forward, please let me know. And I can get those ordered.
Thank you.
All right, setting on the next regular session, March 11th, 2026. That's your state playoffs that week. State basketball.
You. Want to move it? Or leave it?
I can't do the 18th, so. That week, I'm that whole week, I'm fine.
Just not the.
Just not the 18th.
Will actually be a spring budget workshop. That would that week.
Oh, we will. Yeah, we'll be explaining the chair workshop.
I'm actually available all of those. So, we did need to move. I can work to wherever we need.
You wanna do it on the 16th?
Are we gone the whole week, or it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Do you know, Jody, when state basketball is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in March, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th that week.
yeah, that's why we're trying to do the playoffs, or our basketball before that.
Tuesday, yeah, so
Oh, shoot.
we would,
So that's
Tuesday through Friday, so we most likely would be going up
16th,
Monday.
16th looks like your guys' best day then,
I like that dates too.
it's a Monday.
16th. March 16th at 6 p.m. Set my alarm right now.
Right?
On that board meeting, and I'll be more prepared on that board meeting. And then we can give like maybe a little bit more detailed into not just this current project, but then like some like for project, projected out for like maybe a year or something like that. And then I was looking at the thing because I was thinking that maybe we could do this around Earth Day, but that gives us 5 weeks ahead of Earth Day, and surely we can do something with 5 weeks. So I'll come that time as well. So I'll look forward to that with you guys.
Good. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second. There's a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor say aye, those opposed no. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. I didn't even have a coffee.
That need be right.
Oh.
Just to add to that.